Hi everyone and welcome to Real Yoga. I'm Hanna and this is Felix, and today we're doing a practice together for after you've received bad news. So this can be a very, very tough part of our lives, but inevitably it is a part of our life, the good and the bad, right? So processing those feelings can be pretty tough. Rest assured, this practice is going to be gentle. We're going to stay really low to the mat today. I invite you to practice near to a wall space. We're going to get into one of my favorite yoga poses, which is legs up the wall. If you don't have an available space against your wall, it's no problem. You can grab either a yoga block or just a thick cushion will do the trick as well. I also encourage you to get into your most comfortable gear. Pajamas are also welcome. So grab all of that, get ready, and I'll meet you on the mat. So we're going to start today's practice in a position that serves you in this moment. So maybe for you that's sitting down in a comfortable seat, maybe it's sitting on a chair or a cushion. Maybe you would like to be lying down flat in Shavasana. I'm going to begin in Child's Pose. So really doesn't matter how we begin because we'll eventually move together. But we're just going to take a few moments to just be. So I'm going to start here in Child's Pose by bringing my knees together, laying my belly on my legs, just letting my arms be relaxed here, even though Felix wants a bit of a pat, so that I can rest my head on my forearms. So wherever you are, get comfortable, and then when you're ready, take a deep, full breath in through the nose. Hold it, open your mouth and let it go. Twice more like this. Inhale deeply. And let it out the mouth. One more time, full, deepest breath you've taken all day. Hold it at the top. Hold it for just a second more. Open your mouth and release. If you want to continue like that, then go for it. Otherwise, maybe just start to breathe in and out through the nose. If you haven't already, close down your eyes. And see if you can just sit here with whatever's coming up. Try not to suppress any emotions. If you're angry, be angry. If you're sad, be sad. Maybe you're even crying. If you are, you're supported. You're supported by me and you're supported by your practice today. Maybe you're lucky enough to be practicing here with a pet or another loved one. So feel that whatever room or space that you're in, you are surrounded by this loving energy. It's coming from me. It's coming from maybe someone that's in your presence or in your home. And if it's just me and you today, then let that love come from you as well. Take a deep breath in. Breathe loving energy into your body. And then exhale, try and send some love out. Again, if you're feeling upset and angry, and you can feel your body pulsating, and maybe you need a more energetic practice, then cool, you can do that later. But see if you can let your body have just a couple of moments here of calm. Relax your shoulders. Let your hips be heavy in whatever position that you're in. Take all the lines out of your face, the ones that you created anyway. And then what sensations can you feel in your body that you could describe as good? Maybe your breath feels nice and cool as it comes in and warm as it goes out. Maybe your skin feels good as it stretches on the inhale. Whatever it is, try to find a sensation in your body that brings you a feeling of pleasure. We'll stay here for just a moment more. Then in your own time, very gently start to unravel yourself. And we'll meet together in a tabletop position on all fours. I might have to stay at the back end of my mat today, but that's fine. Oh no. Thanks, Dave. So come to tabletop with your wrists directly underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. Let the tops of your feet land softly on the mat. Just be here for a moment. Don't let your neck be too heavy. Don't let it be too stiff. We're just looking directly down at the space between our thumbs. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, start to press the mat away from you. Gently curl your spine towards the sky. Bring your chin to your chest. Stay here for an extra breath as you look in between your thighs. Make sure you can't see your toes. They're directly behind your heels, which are directly behind your knees. Take one more breath in. Exhale, can you press your spine to the sky a little more? And then as you inhale, just gently let your belly drop. We're not going to do an exaggerated cow movement here. Instead, just squeeze your shoulder blades together and look directly in front of you. Nice. Take another breath in here. And once again, exhale. Curl yourself up towards the sky as you draw your belly in. Your chin goes to your chest. Gaze is between your legs, or maybe your eyes are closed and your gaze goes inward. You just notice how this feels in your spine. On your next inhale breath again, just gently start to drop the belly, let gravity do the work as you squeeze your shoulders together and you just look ahead of you. Or again, your eyes are closed. Nice. One more breath in here. One more exhale to curl the spine, come in to your angry cat. And if anger is your emotion right now, then maybe you embody this position with everything you got. And then inhale to gently come back to center. All right, we'll take a few inversions in this class just to get our heart above our head and see if we can lead with that heart a little bit more than our head while we're processing this news. So come down onto your forearms. Make sure that your elbows are directly on these two train tracks. So our train isn't going to come into a triangle point. It's nice and parallel. Our fingers are spread really wide here. Beautiful. And then from here, start to tuck your toes underneath you. Feel this connection with the balls of your feet and the earth. And then very slowly, energetically press your hands into the mat and away from you as you start to curl your butt up to the sky. Your knees can stay really bent here. And then finally rest your head. So your head and neck can be really heavy, and here we are in a dolphin pose. If you don't have much energy today, this is maybe enough. If you want a little more stretch, you can walk your feet forward and start extending through the legs, but just meet yourself where you're at today. Again, let your head be heavy. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Rotate your triceps forward, one more breath here. And then exhale to very slowly bend your knees and come back onto your knees. Walk your hands back. Move your feet to one side and we'll come to sit in Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together. Dog fur, as usual. Nice. And rather than like really cranking into this super yogi shape, give yourself plenty of space between your feet and your pelvis, so you make more of this diamond shape with the legs. You can grab a hold of the ankles, or if it's already enough in the hips, maybe you just let your fingers rest by your sides. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, maybe close down your eyes again, drop your shoulders from your ears. Start to breathe into all parts of your lungs. So inhale, fill up your belly, your ribs. Fill up your collarbones with air. And then on your exhale, let it all go. No effort involved in letting all that breath out. Again, inhale, belly, ribs, all the way into your chest, your throat. Hold your breath. And then don't even think about it. It's gone. You can stay here if this feels like enough and this feels nice and restorative for you. Or maybe you grab a hold of your ankles. Inhale to lengthen through your chest. And then exhale to slowly fold yourself into your legs. And it's not about how far you go. It's more about creating this little loving, supporting moment to yourself. Again, if it serves you to close your eyes, then go ahead. If your eyes need to stay open, see if you can just focus on one point in front of you. Maybe it's the heels of your feet, and if they're like mine, you probably need a pedicure. Stay here for another breath in and out. And then slowly walk your hands back up towards your body. Take your hands to the backs of your knees and draw your knees in. And from here, we'll come to lie flat on our back. Keep your knees bent. Bring the soles of your feet to your sit bones, or as close as they can. And again, we're on those parallel train tracks, so your toes point forward, your knees are straight up to the sky. And then from here, we're going to tuck our shoulder blades underneath us so our heart starts to lift up towards the sky. And once again, we're going to try and bring our heart above our head in bridge pose. So you can press into the palms of the hands here, and on an inhale, slowly start to unravel your spine from your mat. And you can just come 50% of what you usually do if that feels good for you today and if that's enough. Or of course, if you want more, you would just press into your feet more, start to engage your legs, your glutes maybe. You roll your shoulders underneath you a little bit more so that your heart lifts up high. And then instead of bringing your chin to your chest, can you bring your chest to your chin and then lift your chin towards the sun? Breathe deeply here. Feel your belly expand as you inhale. Watch it fall as you exhale. Beautiful. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, slowly, very gently, start to lay one vertebrae at a time on the mats until you feel that beautiful space where your lower back curls up. Again, you can bring your soles of your feet together, your knees out wide in Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe one hand comes to your belly and one to your heart, and you come back to that 3-part breath. Inhale into your belly, your ribs, your chest. Hold the breath. And exhale, just let your chest fall. Let it all go. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, release. Take your hands to the backs of your legs and draw your knees together. And you can make your way up to a seat, however that works for you. Okay, if you're practicing legs up the wall on an actual wall, then now is the time to bring your mat over to your wall and use a block. Today, if you're on the wall, I encourage you, pretend this is my wall, to bring your hips right to the side, and then as you lean back, you would flip your feet straight up to the sky, and then scoot your butt as close to the wall as possible. If you're using a block today or a cushion, then you start by lying down on your back, and then bringing the block. I like to do sort of the lowest height, so it's nice and thick surface. Bring the block so your sacrum, that bone that's at the very base of your spine, sits comfortably on the block, and you should be able to just float your feet up to the sky with very little to no effort in keeping your legs floating. So everyone take a second to get organized. If you're using the wall, like I said, there's really no extraordinarily graceful way to get up there. But once you're up, try to get as close to the wall as possible. And then let your feet be soft and heavy, like there's no weight in your legs. If it's really intense, you can play with different positions of your legs. Maybe you want to take a pillow underneath your head for a little bit extra luxurious support. I encourage you to do whatever you need to stay comfortable, because if it was up to me, we would be here for the next 20 minutes. Instead, let's just take a few minutes here together. Again, maybe one hand to your belly or one hand to your heart, if that serves you today. Close down your eyes. Allow gravity to be the only thing that's working in your legs, so they feel so heavy, but at the same time they're floating. And notice now how you feel emotionally, just after a couple of little movements for your body, a couple of moments to check in with breath. Maybe you still feel sad or angry, but you're able to find little glimpses of clarity within those feelings. Take a deep, loving breath in. Breathe love out. Know that you are supported. And then really know that you are supported. I encourage you to stay here for as long as serves you. This is where I'm going to sign off by bringing the hands together, the thumbs in between the eyebrows. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope that you're feeling a little bit better. Take care of yourself and take care of those around you. Namaste.